Alright, so today I have for you updated custom tactics. These are going to be a 4-2-3-1. Now, I did start the 0 and 2 on my pay to win, but I did also use these on my road to glory as well. So, these are tactics that I am currently using to get rank 1 in FIFA 23. They have been tested on old and new gen. And before we actually get into it, Trivela shots are really broken, and this formation really does allow you to do Trivela shots all the time, which makes it so good. So, this is the team we have been using, guys. Alaba, Jesus Navas, Dembele, Calvin Phillips, who I have to say, by the way, unbelievable in game. An absolutely brilliant card. If you guys need a CDM that can be a bit multi-purpose, Calvin Phillips is your man. He's that good. But yeah, with that being said, guys, let's move into the custom tactics. For cheap FIFA 23 coins, make sure to check out MMOEXP.com to get fast and reliable coins. And make sure you use code VIPER at checkout, get yourself a 5% discount. So guys, for instructions, we have our centre forward, Rashford in this case, on stay central, get in behind and stay forward. This works for old and new gen. As you know, if you want somebody lengthy up here on new gen, you can get that to work really well. With Rashford though, I like the skill moves, and that is why I like him over a lengthy player. But stay central, get behind and stay forward. Get behind is really giving them over the top balls, which are broken on both generations. That is why Rashford is set to that. Our middle cam, which is going to be Messi in this case, is literally just on stay forward to provide the through balls to Rashford when need be. You need your middle cam here to be a really good passer. And if you can get them to have either a 5-star weak foot or skill moves, that would also be really good. But for the two wide players, that is where it gets a bit interesting. So Dembele is on comeback on defence and get into the box for the cross. And so is Jadon Sancho. Now you notice how we've got a left footer on the left hand side and a right footer on the right hand side. That is quite important in this formation for the Trivela shots, which you should be abusing, especially in FUT champs to get them high ranks. These guys are really good for that, and that is their main purpose in the team, right? They're there to defend, hit on the counter attack, and then be able to do Trivela shots when need be, and they're so good for that. The getting to the box with a cross is kind of more so if you do get down to the byline and you want to bait somebody out with a Trivela, and you want to go down to the byline and get something into the box. You can also put Messi or your middle cam into get into box for cross. Does work okay as well there, but I want him on the edge just so we can find another pass. You know, I do think having good passes in this role right here is really crucial to success, and that is why he is just on stay forward and kind of just meant to, instead of getting to the box for cross, in my experience and what I want from my middle cam, he is there to just kind of be on the D area when, you know, a turnover happens or the opponent messes up his pass out. He's there to just be available to find the pass to do the killer blow. So Messi is more of the playmaker in this role, and Sancho, Dembele are meant to be getting into the box, and then also the Trivela demons, and that's exactly what they are. So that is why we work out the midfield or the cams just like that. Then moving into our CDMs, your more advanced CDM, which in my case is going to be Fede Valverde, cover centre and then balanced attack for him. He's meant to be allowed to go forward and create some chances. You know, he's really fast, so he's really good at driving into the spaces, which is what I'd also recommend for your CDM in this formation as well. So allow your one CDM to just stay on cover centre. If he wants to go forward, let him go forward. You know, he's got a 4-star weak foot as well, and he's good at driving into spaces, and that is what Valverde is meant to do in this team for us. Calvin Phillips is on cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking, and cover centre. Of course, he is our main CDM, and he is meant to be sitting deeper and just providing passes where need be, and breaking up the play where need be as well, and he is so good at that. The cut passing lanes is something that I've never really used on any other FIFA, but I find to be really effective this year, so that's why I am actually sticking with that, and I really do think it is quite good to have on your more defensive CDM, which is what we have going on here, guys. Then our two wing backs are both on stay back while attacking, and nothing else. If you want to put inverted on here or overlap, that's up to you. But in the 4-2-3-1, I like to be quite defensively sound. I don't really put these on attacking fullbacks ever in game. So they are meant to just be there to defend. So that is how that sets up, guys. And now let's move into the actual tactics. All right, guys, so over on the tactics we are now, and these are quite different to what I'm usually used to using on the 4-2-3-1. So first of all, we have pressure on heavy touch, which is almost like a gegenpress, but then only really works when there's a heavy touch. There is quite a lot of them on this game for old and new gen. You're more likely to see this more useful on new gen though, because of how heavy the touches seem to be quite often. But it's really good at getting the ball back. You know, if there's a heavy touch, you're more often than not going to get the ball back, and you just gegenpress them. You press them into a corner, suffocate them, and it works really well just to get the ball back after, if they do get the ball back quickly, you're able to just quickly on a heavy touch there, just get the ball back once again, and it works really well. Press after possession loss is also really good, but in a 4-2-3-1, you want to stay solid, so you don't really want to go after the proper gegenpress, which is the press after possession loss. Pressure on the heavy touch is a good balance of not being too aggressive, but not being so just static all the time. So pressure on heavy touch is what I like in this formation. 50 for width, 55 for depth. I always like having the depth a little bit higher because I don't want to just be dropping deep, allowing the travellas to happen, and I don't want to be too far up either to allow the over the tops to happen. So that is why I've got this just above average at 55, and it works really well. As long as you have fast centre backs and fast full backs, playing higher depth is okay. You really don't want to get done by the Travella shots though, so that is why I like having this a little bit higher than its default 50. And then moving on to the offensive side of things, we have got balance to build up play. I'm really enjoying fast build up again at the moment. I think fast build up's really, really good, especially on old gen, because you can counter attack correctly on old gen. Also on new gen, it's a little bit harder to find the right passes, dribble out to be able to get a counter attack running. So maybe try this fast build up on old gen. I wouldn't really recommend it on new though, because it is a little bit hard to get away with, because it's so hard to dribble out of spaces, so hard to find the right passes. Because of how heavy pressing is on new gen right now, having fast build up is just a bit too risky in my opinion. But old gen, give that one a go, guys. Direct passing turns out to be the best chance creation and probably the best tactic this year so far. Direct passing is what I'm now having to use on every single formation I'm playing. The reason for that is because it allows you to get the ball into your players quicker. It allows them to kind of turn on the swivel easier as well. They're always making that kind of run. There's a lot of getting behind here. It's quite direct and works really well, and is a genuine game changer, guys. I would recommend using this on every single custom tactic in the game right now for both old and new gen on FIFA 23, as it is an absolute game changer. So make sure you take that into account. Balance is okay as well. Possession, just a little bit too lethargic with possession. Forward runs is okay as well if you want to play a lot of over the tops. But direct passing definitely is the best one. It's in the name, direct passing. You're very direct. You're going through the middle quite a lot. And then once you get the opportunity to go wide, you've got the Travellas on. So that is why direct passing is my favourite right now. 55 for width on the attacking side of things. You want to be a bit wider, similar to the depth here as well. You want to be a bit wider so you have the opportunity to get down the line with Sancho and Dembele in my case, or for you, your Ram and Lam, whoever that may be. And that is why we have that a little bit wider. Once you get wide in this game, it's all about cutting back inside to get the Travella on. And that works so well in the 4-2-3-1. I cannot stress that enough. It's really, really effective in the 4-2-3-1. Players in the box I like to have on 6 here. And that's always been something for me that I like. Good for crosses. Players going into the box for the cutback and all of that kind of stuff. Having this on 6 is really nice. You can go up 1 to 7 if you like. Nothing below 6 though, in my opinion. To get a lot of attacks running and a lot of players going into your box is vital in this game, as there's not too many ways to score other than Travellas, especially on new gen. You have to be really intricate with your passes, so having a few players in the box allows you to do a few more crosses and have a few more options in your box, of course. Corners I now have on 4. The reason for this is I don't feel too much of an issue with counter-attacks having this on 4. So having it this high is a little bit dangerous. I used to have it on 2 and I still think 2 is really good. But having it on 4, more options in the box again, similar to the players in the box. We like to have this on 4 now because there's just so many options. If you want to go short, you can go short. You've got somebody on the edge waiting for you as well. If you want to whip it in, there's lots of different things you can do with this. With how broken corners are right now, having this high is definitely a must in my opinion. So corners will get nerfed, but right now corners are seriously, seriously broken. You're more likely to score from a corner than you are taking a shot one-on-one, in my personal opinion. So having this nice and high will certainly help you out, guys. Free kicks is up to you as well. Have this on literally whatever you want. Really doesn't matter, guys. But those are my 4-2-3-1 custom tactics in FIFA 23 right now. Working on both old and new gen, guys. Give them a go and let me know what you think. But guys, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you don't miss a video. But guys, it's going to be it for me for now, so take care.